Abel Teller rode into Charming on a bright, crisp morning, the rumble of his Harley announcing his return to the town that had shaped his earliest years. Now in his late 20s, Abel was the spitting image of his father, Jax Teller, with the same piercing blue eyes and rebellious spirit. He had spent most of his life away from Charming, sent away by his mother to escape the violent legacy of SAMCRO, but the pull of his heritage had grown too strong to ignore. Abel had been living in his deceased grandmother Gemma Teller's house since his mother, Wendy Case, had been killed a couple of years back. The house was old but full of memories, a place that whispered stories of the past. As he parked his bike in the driveway, he noticed the front door was ajar. Instinctively, Abel pulled out his gun, moving slowly towards the entrance. Just like his father, Abel was fearless. He stepped inside, the familiar creak of the floorboards under his boots. As he moved through the hallway, he was shocked to find someone sitting at the dining table sipping tea. It was his Aunt Trinity, looking through old photos of Clay Morrow, Gemma Teller, and Jax Teller. Trinity looked up and smiled. "You look just like your father," she said, her voice a soothing contrast to the tension in the air. Abel, still holding his gun, was taken aback. "What are you doing here, Trinity?" She gestured for him to sit down. "I have a problem, Abel. It's the reason I stopped by." Abel holstered his gun and took a seat across from her. He was wearing a Sons of Anarchy vest, marking him as an official member of the club. "What's going on?" he asked, concern evident in his voice. Trinity sighed, setting down a photo of Jax and Gemma. "I've been getting threats. Someone's trying to stir up old trouble, and I need your help." The next day, determined to find out more and get to the bottom of Trinity's problem, Abel headed to Teller Morrow Automotive, the garage that had been his family's business for generations. He parked his motorcycle and walked inside, the smell of oil and metal bringing back a flood of memories. He spotted Tig Traeger, the club's vice president and one of the last remaining members from Jax's era, working on a bike in the corner. Abel approached him, the weight of his mission heavy on his shoulders. "Tig, I need to talk to you," Abel said, his voice steady. Tig looked up, wiping his hands on a rag. "Abel, it's good to see you. What's on your mind?" Abel explained the situation with Trinity, detailing the threats she had received and his determination to help her. Tig listened carefully, his expression growing more serious with each passing minute. "This could be bad news, Abel," Tig said finally, "but we'll handle it just like we always do. Let's gather the club and figure out our next move." Together, they called a meeting of SAMCRO. The clubhouse, once a place of camaraderie and strategy, now felt like a mausoleum, heavy with the weight of fallen brothers. Abel addressed the club, sharing Trinity's plight and calling for their support. "We've lost a lot, but we're still here," Abel said, his voice firm. "We need to protect our own and make sure no one threatens our family." The club members, old and new, rallied around Abel. They began investigating the threats, digging into Charming's underworld. Abel's return had not only brought back memories of his father, but also a renewed sense of purpose for SAMCRO. As Abel worked tirelessly to protect his family and uphold his father's legacy, he discovered more about Jax and Tara, piecing together the story of their love, their struggles, and their sacrifices. It gave him strength and clarity, guiding him as he navigated the dangerous waters of his outlaw life. In the end, it was Abel's determination and the unwavering loyalty of his brothers in SAMCRO that ensured their survival. They faced their enemies head-on, protecting their own and securing a future for the club that honored the past while embracing the potential for a brighter tomorrow.